Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for our third watch along already of the season. We're going great guns. Only 3 days old as well. It's Fulham versus Middlesbrough. Great day of Championship football. Yesterday, we've got 2 more games today. We're just going to be doing this one. So we give myself a bit of a rest for Forest and Coventry later. Apologies to any Forest or Coventry fans who wanted to watch that. But we are focused in now fairly and squarely on Fulham versus Borough. Fulham, another newly relegated Year 1 parachute team. We've seen all of them, haven't we? We saw Sheffield United last night lose at home to Birmingham. We saw Bournemouth and West Brom. So Fulham are actually looking to be the first winner of our newly relegated teams, our ex-Premier League teams. And it is Marco Silva's first game in charge in the league here. And of course, he's up against the old master, the multiple promoted Championship second-tier guru, Neil Warnock, is, of course, in charge of Borough. We've got yesterday's scores ticking along the bottom there. That is about the size of it for everybody yesterday. And we just have 2 more to play and then round 1 is done. Remember, for the full analysis of round 1, we will gather together at 1 p.m. tomorrow to have a look in the review show. Let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly, clearly, etc., etc. Come and say hello in the comments. And of course, get your thoughts in on this game, these 2 clubs, these 2 managers, these 2 squads of players, and how you see this one panning out. Before we go any further, let's say a big thank you to our good friend Luca. Football is nothing without fans. I'm nothing without football. Young Luca is our fan sponsor this season, set up by his dad, Stephen. And he is the fan sponsor of all our watch-alongs, and you have made him very, very welcome. Quick update. All is okay. Last time I heard with our friend Charlie, because I'm sure somebody will ask. Obviously, some very bad complications there. He was our previous fan sponsor for the watch-alongs. We wish him well as ever in his ongoing health battles. Good luck to you, Charlie. You got plenty of friends here in your corner, right? There are your 2 teams here. Fulham versus Borough. In goal for Fulham, new signing there, ex of Spurs, is Paulo Gazzaniga. Marco Silva doesn't fancy Ruddock, apparently, and Bettinelli's gone out to Chelsea. So it's a start for Gazzaniga. By the way, hit like on the stream. Hopefully bring as many people across here. You can help out just by doing that. It takes a second, but it really does help out. The back 4, Kenny Tete at right back and Anthony Robinson at left back, were brought in for the Premier League last season. So was one of the centre-halves, Tosin Adrabio. But the other one, Tim Ream, who's the captain, was kind of in the bomb squad with a lot of the players that went up. It was pretty much a new team, wasn't it? Let's be honest, that played for Fulham in the Premier League. Ream is the captain and starts Marco Silva's first game. Josh Onoma gets a start in that double pivot. Not seeing Tom Kearney, not seeing Harrison Reed. I am seeing Tyrese Francois. Don't believe I've seen him play before, so looking forward to seeing him. We've seen many, many times Naskins Cabano under, 2 or 3 different Fulham managers now. And of course, he was on loan at Middlesbrough last season. So he'll have given a fair bit of inside info, you'd assume, about those players he's coming up against. Fabio Carvalho is an exciting one. And he was indeed in my 10 youngsters to watch for this season. Check that video out elsewhere on the channel. SofaScore have got him down as playing at number 10. We'll find out, because pretty much that three off the front, they could all play anywhere. We'll see. Harry Wilson, the big new signing, possibly down that right-hand side. We'll see who's 10, who's right, who's left there. What we do know is there he is, the menace, the nuisance, the championship cheat code, the hulking Serbian. Alexander Mitrovic is back in the championships, and that normally means goals, 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 goals. 26 goal top scorer in the 2019-2020 season. Mitrovic, again, not really happened in the Premier League, did it? And different forwards used. Cavaliero used up top, Josh Madger as well ahead of Mitro. But we're back in the championship now where Mitro fills his boots, doesn't he? There's the bench for Fulham. Ruddock, Mawson, Seri. Mawson obviously on loan at Bristol City last year, interrupted by injury. Very Bristol City theme as well with Bobby Reid and Joe Bryan. Also on the bench, Ivan Cavaliero, Abubakar Camara. No Kenny anywhere in sight. Obviously, Steffi Hansen's gone off to play for QPR. Now, let me know your thoughts on that Fulham team, Marco Silva's first selection. And what's Warnock come up with for us? Lumley in goal. A few Middlesbrough fans I've spoken to still think we'll see another keeper coming before the end of the window. Warnock not happy last season, really. Not happy with a lot of his squad, especially up top. Back three there. Grant Hall, Dale Fry, Paddy McNair. Yeah, keep an eye on that. I don't know whether he's just a centre-half now, because he was always a midfielder, but pretty much converted last season, didn't we, Joe? Just keep an eye, because he's capable of playing in a number of positions. Jake Steele and Boller are the wing-backs. Again, Jake Steele had to play centre-half for a lot of last season. Brilliant effort by the Borough fans there. Looks pretty full, that away end. And I think one of our subscribers was saying he was off at 5:30 in the morning to get down there from Borough. So good luck. Sammy Morsey and Johnny Howson is a very Warnock central midfield. Morsey will be in charge of S-Housery there, and Howson a very experienced and safe pair of hands at championship level. Good player. Couple of new signings now. Matt Crooks, who is a physical number 10 in the mould of a Nick Powell Stoke type player. Good at getting on the end of stuff. Was at Rotherham. And there was always this sense while he was at Rotherham that there's a player there that in the right circumstances could have really decent output at championship level. And there is another new signing, is Ikpeazu, who's come in from Wycombe Wanderers. And that's a real Warnock signing. Big, powerful, handful Ikpeazu. Looking forward to seeing him and Warnock partnering up. And that worked very well for Duncan Watmore, who sort of came in on a free. And really, they were sort of itching and rushing to get him to sign a longer-term contract by about Christmas last season. He'd done so well. There is your Borough team on the bench. Stojanovic. Peltier is a Warnock loyalist, isn't he? He's played for him a couple of times before. Tavernier Spence. And the very exciting Martin Paero, an Argentinian who wears number 10. Yes, they come with quite a high reputation, don't they? Josh Coburn and Isaiah Jones. So a couple of youngsters filling up the bench. There is your embryonic early championship table there. Congratulations to Hull, Luton, Stoke, Blackburn and Birmingham, who are our 3 pointers from yesterday. And I will reiterate that none of the Year 1 parachute teams have 3 points yet. So all in the bedding in period. We'll get your comments in just a sec. Make sure you hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We're at 18,700 subscribers, which is fantastic. Looking at that 20,000 at some point this season. Wouldn't that be a fine thing? You can support via Super Chat super stickers over in the comments. Just hit that dollar button. But most importantly, have your say. Keep that chat moving. Share your knowledge. Drive the debate. We'll read out as many as we can. Right, let's say hello to you guys in the comments. Up the borough, says Lias. Alfie also, up the borough. Ethan, I support Darby, but up the borough. There's a theme here. Come on, borough. Gordon says a Fulham win. Oh, have we got referee Stroud in today, Chris? Yes, let's see what sort of form referee Stroud is in. Our first, let's say, encounter with referee Stroud so far this season, who I think went below referee Langford on our hit list last season for, irritating us. But there we go. We respect the referees here. And there he is. Referee Stroud grabs the ball and out come the players from the tunnel down in lovely Putney. The sun is shining. And look at that big new Riverside stand. I don't think it's going to be ready to be open for a fair while yet. But starting to look a nice looking stadium. It was always a lovely one to go to, wasn't it? But huge stand building up there. Welcome to James. Irene. Leeds 2021. Another James here. To Anzabian to Villa. Interesting. Weak but speedy Fulham lineup. Interesting. I think that's Trev, isn't it? Welcome, KSI fan. Gibbler. Liam's watching the French League. It's Warnock Day, says Liam. Oh, yes, it is. Borough to win. No runaways this season. We will find out, won't we? Silver 2, Colin 1. Anyone, we use the term Colin with great love to Mr. Warnock. Fulham bench will win the league. Still haven't the likes of Reed, Knocker and Greaser, etc. Yeah, he does know about the Colin thing. Although he didn't like it when Gary Lineker said it, did he? Everton FL says 4-1. Thanks for your messages in to Charlie. Nice one, guys. And there's our good friend Luca. Thank you, Stephen. Luca is our fan sponsor. Go on, Luca. And Stephen, did he get to the game yesterday to see Stoke? What else are we saying here? Was the Sanderberg push a penalty yesterday? In the Blaze game? I didn't think so. I thought the handball was, though. I have to say. Jamie, as a Swansea fan, what should I expect from Flynn Downs from Ipswich? Good player. His head's gone at Ipswich, though. He needs to get out. So, yeah, good. Stephen, come on, Borough. Plenty of Borough fans here. Nice. Exciting lineup. Feels a little weak, says Delayed Pilot. 2-1 Fulham afternoon to Alex. Anguissa gone, says Justin. You would think. Anguissa. Oh, God. I said Anguissa. Not Alexa. Alexa, off. There we go. She always pipes up at some point, doesn't she? Hey, Yanis, welcome along. Is that the same Yanis from Cottage Talk? There can't be too many Fulham supporting Yanis's. Welcome if it is. Welcome if it's not, hey? Wilson is more a number 10 than a winger. Yeah, he played number 10, Will, for Cardiff, didn't he? But very effective in off the right-hand side for Darby. Very effective in off the left-hand side for Hull. Can definitely play all of those positions. Didn't he? Right. Well done. All of you lot filling up the chat. You can get your predictions in. We are about to kick off. It is Fulham versus Borough. It is Marco Silva versus Warnock. It's the return of Fulham. It's the return of Mitrovic. And wow, look at that. A new camera angle up high in that Riverside stand there. You can see all the way over those lovely houses there. Damn expensive houses there near the Fulham ground. Here we go. A first season in the Championship for Marco Silva. We have kicked off. And yet another. Can anyone give me a number? How many seasons has Neil Warnock done in the Championship? Can anyone figure that out on his Wikipedia or something? It must be 20, mustn't it? Goodness me. Referee Stroud has whistled already within 18 seconds. I think that's Sammy Morsey bumped to the head. against Mitrovic. Yeah, a bit aggressive from Mitro early in the game here. It's Howson, actually. He's looking at the ball, although that's not an excuse if you clatter the guy. Shoulder catches Howson, and referee Stroud has booked Mitro after 18 seconds here, guys. I guess he's been booked for dangerous play there. Mitro just jumped into Howson, and the big Serb's sort of shoulder, his bicep, smashing into it. You know about it if you get hit by Mitro. Yellow cards come out. Warnock is chipping away. There's Luis Boamorte. Don't get involved with him, Luis. Warnock's in the fourth officials. Brilliant stuff. 20 seconds gone. Stroud yellow card. Mitrovic hefty tackle. Warnock in the fourth official's ear. We have begun, guys. Sensational stuff. Right. Yeah, we will get you a time sync, Chris. We'll try and do that at 2 minutes. Here comes the free kick in for Borough. Goes in long. Looking for Dale Fry on the back post. Goes all the way out. And it's going to be a restart for a goal kick for Fulham. Right, here comes your time sync. 2 minutes in 3, 2, 1, sync. We are 2 minutes in. Sky have just flashed up. Neil Warnock is beginning his 42nd season as a manager. What a career. 42 years. Incredible. Right, their ball is not settling at all. There's the first touch for Ikpeazu. That is Tim Ream, who's grown his hair out a little bit there. Good on him. Sporting the top knot. Ream to Adrabio, who steps inside Duncan Watmore, and Fulham just getting the first sort of possession of the game. Here's Tete, the right back, coming forward. Wilson, who is indeed playing down the right, with Fabio Carvalho in the 10 position. Look out for a bit of rotation from those three. Here is Carvalho. Pings that down the line to Cabano. Dykesteel gets a foot in. That was a quick yellow. Oh, yes, it was, wasn't it? Goodness me. What are the live streams coming up? Honestly, Alex, you've put subject to Shaley. We're just doing them, planning day by day now. So I'd love to tell you as many as possible. The next one, the plan live, should be tomorrow at 1. Will be the review of round 1's action. But yeah, we're playing it all by ear. 42, my word. How is Colin still going? Where is his OBE? Should we start the campaign here on this channel? Neil Warnock, OBE for services to football and shahousery from Mr. Warnock. And making me smile over and over again. Here comes Tete down the right. Tete's cross is deflected. Mitro trying to get across the front of Grant Hall, who spots the change of trajectory on that cross after the deflection. Just gets the header out. This is the thing with Mitrovic in the Championship is he'll bump you about all game. That he will get a chance at some point. He generally does, doesn't he? Here comes the corner for Fulham. Harry Wilson puts in, headed out by Ikpeazu. And it's cleared up to Duncan Watmore. Carvalho coming back, doing his defending. And, Robinson. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, we nearly had a real hell of an own goal there. Robinson with a not great back pass. A dreadful back pass, in fact. And Gazaniga has to stretch out his right foot. Oh. Wow, goodness me. A Gazaniga kind of nods. In my mind, that's Robinson's fault. Just play it into feet there. He completely lost his bearings there, Anthony Robinson. Very good left back, of course, but not the greatest back pass you will ever see that. And Borough have a corner, and it comes from the left. Oh, Gazaniga. Referee Stroud has given a foul. Nervy start by Gazaniga and Robinson there at the back. Crooks has got hold of his arm there. And it's a foul on the keeper. Afternoon, you lot. Blue nose. good afternoon. Jay, welcome. Jay is our fan sponsor for our Dearly Departed shows. There'll be another one midweek with our predictions on there. We're covering Jay's side, Leeds. Villa. Been a quiet week over at Villa, hasn't it? Norwich, Watford and Brentford promoted from the last season. Lewis, happy with the point yesterday. Not best in terms of quality. There you are, clearly playing for Rooney. We can ask for as a fan. Get a good start by Darby. And I think you said this yourself, Lewis, didn't you? The 11 on the pitch is all right, isn't it? It's hardly like Darby are putting out 10 under 21 players and throwing them to the Wolves there. Enjoy the Blues game yesterday. They were very good, weren't they? Did a real number on Sheffield United. Proper welcome back to the Championship for Slav, wasn't it? Well-deserved win for Birmingham. Got a bit lucky with that penalty shout. That looked a penalty, didn't it? But missed a couple of other chances. Hogan, Jutkovic, Chong, excellent on his debut. Enjoyed it. Robinson determined to celebrate his birthday by scoring. How old is he, Chris? Not in the right net, though, we don't think. 6:55 on the clock here. Let me know if you want a time sync at any point. Johnny Howson still looks a bit dazed and confused after getting completely smashed within 20 seconds by Mitro there. Here is Watmore lifts that in, looking for Crooks. Crooks, big jump, and referee Stroud gives the foul. Crooks on Tete. Happy with Stoke yesterday, only issues were covering for Suter and Doughty. Yeah, Suter will be back in when he could play. Big up Sam Surridge. Did that Sam Surridge goal, I've only seen it once actually, did that take a deflection? If not, that was a great finish into the corner. 24. Yeah, good signing that was, wasn't it? Poor old Wigan. Got pillaged there, didn't they? Yet another season with a team that's never played together. Well, that was what Scott Parker was complaining about, Trev, before he went, didn't he? Ikpeazu's trying to roll Adrabio. So far, Tete, Adrabio and Ream have stood up to the physicality of Crooks. Ikpeazu in these opening minutes. Any idea where Millwall's midfield was when Dickey walked through it unchallenged? Yeah. Dickey does love a little burst out of defence. Haven't seen those goals yet, actually. Although I have seen, retweeted actually, the beautiful noise when Jed Wallace scored. Oh, how lovely to hear an away end erupt. Shout out to Scott Twine and Mo Issa. Yeah, they're going to put numbers on for MK this season, aren't they, Liam? Throw in to Borough. Down the right-hand side, Joke Steele. Former Charlton player. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. I'm pretty sure he is, isn't he? Mitro against Hull. Big hoik forward. Watmore's underneath it. Watmore in the box leaning into Adrabio. Ikpeazu charges in. Robinson does well. Referee Stroud signals for a goal kick. Afternoon, Nick. Happy Luton fan. One of our heroic three-pointers yesterday. How's Shaylee? Thank you for asking, Leeds 2021. She's okay. She's just bored, bless her. She's very uncomfortable and can't really do anything, as you can imagine. So there you go. Welcome, Kieran. Up the Tigers. Very up the Tigers, because unless we have a 4-goal win by someone today, Hull are going to end round one top of the league. Top of the league. Great opening day performance by Hull yesterday. Remember, we'll cover all of this in the review show tomorrow. Ikpeazu up with Ream. And again, they're dealing with the physicality well. Ream wins it in the air. Cabano, not great ball back. Adrabio bails him out. Cabano hooks it up in the air. And you would have to say, so far, with the way this first 10 minutes has planned out, Warnock will be happier. It's a bit messy. Fulham haven't got the ball down and past it, and they're not controlling the game. And that would have been in the discussion from Warnock today, wouldn't it? Don't let them get on the ball. Crooks tries to win that one over by the corner flag. It's out for another goal kick. Scrappy. Sarridge goal takes the deflection. He saved the day. Yes, he did. He won the day, didn't he? Def taxes, Ipswich letting you down in your ACCA. Well, you know my feelings on betting on Ipswich, hey? Don't do it. Anya Dimmer, fantastic yesterday. Rave reviews for Luton against the Posh yesterday. Here comes Ikpeazu. Jake Steele goes back. I think he's trying to go back into the centre halves. It's all the way back to Lumley, ex-QPR goalkeeper. There's one into the channel for Watmore to chase. He ain't going to get that. Burrow will probably push 5 metres, 10 metres up the pitch now, though. It's right up in the corner. Throw in to Fulham in the right back spot. Morsey's won it high up there. It's broken. McNair really far forward, trying to get onto it. Morsey's got it again. Morsey tries to put that down the line. Big handball shout there against Tete. Referee Stroud says hit the chest. Tete gets it back, knocks it up the line for Onoma. Onoma for Wilson. And down that right-hand side. Well marshalled by Dale Fry. Wilson unable to get into the game just yet. Away fans for Hull, class yesterday, buzzing with the 3 points. Up the Tigers. What a start by Hull. They're going to be, when we do team of the round, they're going to be hot favourites for that one tomorrow. Come and join us at 1 p.m. and you can have your say at that point. Come on, Borough, says Jonathan. Find it strange how Posh let Isa go. Yeah, gone for Marriott instead, haven't they? The title charge has begun. Go on, Ethan. One thing you have to say about Derby fans is they've been very good-humoured despite all the chaos. Good luck to them. Free kick to Fulham over on the left-hand side. Chance for Fulham to whip that one in. Cabano, who was a right guru with free kicks when Fulham went up in 1920, puts it in, but it's headed clear. Here is Howson in the right back area. Hoiks that away. Burrell try and get up the pitch. Ikpeazu against Adrabio. We have some very tall, powerful players in this game, don't we? Here's Wilson. Inside right position. Onto Onoma. Onoma into the box. Hits the shot. Good tracking by McNair. Looked like it opened up for Josh Onoma there. British chap. Love the content, mate. Thank you very, very much. Comment of the day. Is Ikpeazu the most Warnock signing in history? Not if he signs Sol Bamba tomorrow, which we think he might, which would be tremendous stuff. We joke, but Sol Bamba's had some bad health problems. So Fulham corner, swung in by Wilson. Ikpeazu on the near post. He's going to win a ton of headers there, isn't he? Carvalho follows it up, wins another corner. Who was it who was the guru on the near post? Jeju for Bristol City. Had ungodly good numbers of heading the ball away from corners. Wilson crosses it in. Would it be the most Derby thing to do to get promoted with spending £0? No, the most Derby thing would be for them to score enough points to get into the top 6, but then get a points deduction. That would be the most Derby thing to do, wouldn't it? Afternoon, AJ. Afternoon, Finn. We are 15 minutes in, my friend. A little nod down. They're looking for Crooks, cleared away. Wilson's deep. He's lost possession there. Ooh. Now that was a bit of a late one by McNair. Yellow card out from referee Stroud. You always worry nowadays when you see someone just miss time a tackle, whether that red card's just automatically coming out. Let's have a look at that one. McNair, heavy. Oh, God. Well, I don't like it, but ouch. And in the Euros, whenever anyone went in and the foot went on top of the other foot, well, it was always a foul. It wasn't necessarily a red, was it? But hey, I don't want to see red cards for that, but goodness me. You've seen them given. Anyway, yellow card for Paddy McNair, just a heavy touch and then followed through. Actually, it'd be Paddy Kenny. Yeah, there you go. If Krissy and Warnock get their sides promoted, how would that rank in their career achievements? For Houghton, I would say that would be his best promotion because he obviously had the best squad at Newcastle, didn't he? And he did spend a fair bit of money at Brighton. For Warnock, it would just be one of many brilliant promotions, I guess. He would argue that at his age it would be the greatest probably, but he's done amazing things before, hasn't he? Morsey's just trying to get away from Kenny Tete. Tete goes all the way home. Very evenly matched so far, guys. I say very evenly matched. 72% on the possession, but 0 shots on target from that from Fulham. 0 shots also for Borough. It's going to be a tight one, guys. Going to be a tight one. Carvalho is trying to get through. Carvalho into the box. Hits a shot, actually. It's deflected. Mitrovic says, why aren't you hanging that up in the air for me? Nice ball through. Very nice pick out there. Good defending again from that Borough back three. Hall makes the tackle. Come on, Fulham. Love the new camera angle. Yeah, it's decent, isn't it? And here gives you a good view of the team shapes, doesn't it? And let's be honest, they've gone from one extreme to the other at Fulham, haven't they? You're virtually looking directly down last season, weren't you? Gazaniga plays that to Adrabio, to Tete at right back. Watmore's trying to close him down. Tete drives forward over halfway. Watmore's fouled him, surely, hasn't he? No foul given. My mistake. Trust in referee Stroud. Ream clears down the line. It's going to be a Borough throw. It's about 5-10 yards into the Fulham half. Adrabio apologises for not a great ball back. I think it was a back pass, actually, so completely undercooked. Now that one. Boller's going to throw this down into the channel, so I assume going to try and get Ikpeazu and people around him. It's actually McNair's flicked it on. Crooks heads on. Carvalho clears that one away. Sorry, excuse me. It's Tyrese Francois clears that one away. Onima and Francois, the midfield two for Fulham. Don't think many people would have called that. 18:57 on the clock. Fulham 0, Borough 0. Sky are telling you things I told you 20 minutes ago. Mitro top scorer with 26 in the 1920 season. He bailed Fulham out on many an occasion there. Brilliant championship goal scorer, Mitrovic. Adrabio, I think, he's going to have to change his undershirt and his shirt. He's got a bash in the nose, poor fella. He's bleeding everywhere. So new shirt for Adrabio. Here comes Ream. Fulham down to 10 temporarily. And here's Watmore. Can Borough take advantage? Here is Fry. Boller at left back. Adrabio's still not come back on. I think he's just been waved on now. So we are 11 against 11. Fry to Hall. Hall's going to go long. Looking for Ikpeazu. Adrabio just screening him from behind. It Paisley tried to spin round, but did not have the pace. Bazzy, have you missed much? Honestly, no. We thought we were in for a sensational one after 20 seconds when we had Mitrovic smashed Howson. Stroud had the yellow card out. Warnock was in the fourth officials here. Oh, here's Carvalho. Carvalho's done well. Beats his man. Oh, he's put way too much on the cross there. Nice arrive in the box. Robinson's going to recycle crosses from the left-hand side. Oh, Mitrovic was there. Went past him. Wilson! Oh, hits the volley. And the save is made by Joe Lumley. Good stuff by Fulham there. Carvalho's made a couple of excellent runs into the box. Oh, yeah, I was a bit unfair on Mitro then. It's good effort that by Harry Wilson. Just controls it, controls the volley really nicely, dips it. Just needed a little bit more height on that, and he really would have caught Lumley out. Mitrovic in the box. There's a foul by Carvalho. Looks lively. Keep your eyes on him, the youngster there. Good strike by Harry Wilson. Did really well to turn that into such a good effort because the ball's pretty much flying at him. One touch to control. Just can't arc it over the head of Lumley. In goal. A goal contribution, Sky tells us, every 152 minutes by Harry Wilson. That's every game and a half by my reckoning. Yeah, I was just going to say, first instance, I saw that cross come in and I thought Mitrovic had just missed it, but it was just diverted round him by the Borough centre halves. Foul on Wilson by Fry. Wilson trying to hold it up. Warnock gives it one of those. You love to see it. Brilliant. Kieran's hungover with a lost voice. Did you go, Kieran? Probably a good night if you did, wasn't it? Do I think Wilson is worth 12 mil? I mean, that's a very detailed question, that one, Finn. It would take me a long time to answer. He probably is on how they've set the deal up, because I doubt they'll ever pay 12 million if they don't get promoted. Here comes Tete. Tete into the box, comes back on the left foot, is cleared out. What I mean is if that 12 million is paid over the duration of the contract and they don't go up, they'll sell him in a couple of years anyway and won't actually pay 12 million. Whereas if they do go up, then of course it's worth it because then their revenues go up exponentially alongside it. Cabano tries to get the cross in. Howson clears. Watmore flicks it on. Well read by Tim Ream. Tete is forward against Bolla. Morsey right up and at him against Josh Onema. A bit messy. That's got to be a Borough throw, hasn't it? Yeah. Nice. Give my regards to Shaylee. She'll probably pop in at some point, Yanis. Thank you very, very much. Liverpool drive a hard bargain, Will. That's very true, isn't it? They always get top dollar for their youngsters. I wonder what will become of Harvey Elliott this season. Really enjoyed him, particularly in those opening months of last season. Ikpeazu trying to hold it up. 3 Fulham players around. Eventually stop him. He's wrestling with Tete now. Tete up the line. Warnock's pleased with that. Gives Ikpeazu a round of applause as we come up 24 minutes. It's tight. It's attritional. Fulham have had the better of the chances, but they're by no means dominating and, half chance really. That looks like a bit of a soft one. Ikpeazu's been penalised for getting a bit handsy by referee Stroud. Referee Stroud's just explaining himself, as he loves to do, at length. Keep your comments coming in. Fulham 0, Borough 0. Here's Ream. Adrabio. Looked like Harry Wilson got caught there by Bolla, who's super, super tight. Marco Silva as you can imagine, is not very happy with that. Warnock's going to love Ikpeazu. I think he already might do, Liam. It's going to be right up his street. Let's just be fair. If you speak to any player who's played for Warnock, they all love him, don't they? Did I hear that Messi teared up in his press conference? Incredible. Yeah. The world's potentially greatest of all time there, Messi. I never thought we'd see him play for anyone other than Barca, honestly. But it looks like we are going to. Fulham edging this for me. Would it be fair to say that Wilson would have fetched double that price if he'd been sold a couple of years? I think it would be fair to say, Chris. Yeah, I think it's a good point. Particularly after the season at Derby at that age. But then that was the season he went to the Premier League, didn't he, to Bournemouth. Referee Stroud is coming over. And I think he's going to book Kevin Blackwell. Oh, dear. Round of applause for the benches here. Lewis Bowen-Morte, Kevin Blackwell, Neil Warnock, Marcos. Bowen-Morte's been booked as well. Oh, this is tremendous stuff. Stroud versus Blackwell and Warnock. Looks like Bowen-Morte's giving as good as he's getting again. Tremendous stuff. I'd like to see Sergio Ramos work under Warnock. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Where did Sergio Ramos go then? Did he leave Real Madrid in the end? Deary me. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, yes, yes, it is. Odds on Kevin Blackwell to get sent off at some point then. Here comes Teti driving forward, inside right position. Onuma. Oh, he tried to poke it through to Carvalho. Comes back to Onuma, hits the shot left-footed. It bounces, bobbles around the post. He got Tete a bit narrower there. He comes inside off the right. They do crowd it out, though, don't they, Borough? As you can imagine, for a Warnock side, when they're defending that back three and then the two shuttlers in front, Howson and Morsey, getting in the way there. PSG, there you go. Like they need any more players. Thanks, guys. Brian, welcome. Yes, Jaylee's good. We've been for a walk. We've been and bought some food. Anyone know much about Tyrese Dolan at Blackburn? Yeah, he's a very pacey, wide player. I think he played 10 yesterday, didn't he? Given away, in fact, by Preston. Went from Preston to Blackburn, and we suspect he'll make a good number of minutes for Blackburn this season. Ream goes back to Gazaniga. Here's Ream. Again. Unknown has decided to watch the Championships here. Any recommendations which teams to watch weekly? Just follow the Sky games, I reckon. They normally pick out some good ones. You just can't tell with the Championship. Here's Tete. Onuma in the box. Onuma knocks it back to Wilson. Wilson works it onto the left foot. Wilson opens up! Oh, what a goal! There's your 12 million quid player, Harry Wilson, on his debut with a superb goal there. He was at standstill in the box. Works, moves it out to the edge of the box. It's a great finish with the left foot down into the corner. And Harry Wilson, he always puts up good numbers in the Championship. That's a great goal by Wilson to start his Fulham career. Get your thoughts in on that. They have been getting up the pitch, Fulham, haven't they? Look at that by Wilson. Just works Boller out the way. Boller will be disappointed. He's probably going to get a volley from Warnock at half-time. But it's really good from Wilson. He stands off him. He's terrified to tackle him. Little move out. Good fit. Oh, it's gone through the legs as well, I think, of Dale Fry. It's a really good finish by Wilson, though, with the left foot driven low into the corner. And Fulham lead. It's Fulham 1, Borough 0. And Harry Wilson, let's be quite plain about this. He's been brought to get them up, and he's started well. Goal time, 28:56. Although here come Borough with Howson. One back, helped out by Francois. Here is Anthony Robinson. We'll get your thoughts on the goal in a second. Here's Wilson out to Carvalho. Tete's arriving outside him. Can't quite find him. Tete gets it, though. Carvalho back to Francois. Francois to Onoma, to Cabano, to Robinson. Robinson to Cabano. Fulham look at it now, don't they? Cabano, long-range shot. Lumley leaves it wide of the post. Lumley's having words with his fullbacks. Don't let those wide players come in. Look what's just happened. Fulham lead 1-0. What a goal. Good goal. Great finish. Fantastic. Wilson doing Wilson things. Decent goal. Great strike. The nostalgia of 18-19's back. There's your £12 million player. There you go, Fulham. Good goal. That's the 12 million paid. Yeah, right. One goal. Great goal from Wilson. Did the crowd go wild? Of course they did. Afternoon. Adam. There we go. Am I back gigging? Yeah, I've done a few, but with baby stuff. Actually, I've done one the last 3 weekends, actually. But with baby stuff now, we're having a rest until September the 10th. We'll be back at it. Hey, what a fine thing. Fulham 1, Borough 0. Corner to Borough, though. From the right-hand side. In it comes right-footed. Ikpeazu climbing. I think he just took it off Hall's head. Cabano tackles Watmore. I think it's going to be a Fulham throw-in. Fulham 1, Borough 0. Remember West Brom couldn't win. Sheffield United lost, in fact, as well. So Fulham flying the flag for the relegated teams. Warnock's apoplectic about something. I think he thought Cabano fouled Duncan Watmore. He may have a point on that one, actually. Here is Watmore, lifts it up over, looking for Ikpeazu. Nice touch by Ikpeazu. Back to Watmore. Watmore trying to drive beyond Tete. Tetty's done really well there to slide in and make a tackle. Good battle there between Watmore and sort of the Fulham right-hand side. Here's Boller trying to run Wilson. Wilson does well. Oh, it's knocked through to McNair. Cleared away. Morsey, big tackle there on Wilson. No foul. Here's McNair again. And it's back with the Borough centre halves. Dale Fry to Grant Hall. To Paddy McNair. Fulham just getting the press up a bit. Into Ikpeazu, who does really well, actually, to hold that up. Great work by Ikpeazu there. He had Rabiot and Onoma around him, who are both big players, and he bounces them both off. Look at the power of that guy. He gets a bit of a lucky bounce, but sheer strength of the bloke there. Ikpeazu, excellent work. And draws the foul off Rabiot. And it's a free kick to Borough. A bit of an awkward position, this one, because it's fairly straight. It's slightly to the left of centre. Probably too far out for a shot. So he's probably just going to have to float this in over the defensive line, McNair. They're all spread out fairly. Keep your eye on Boller on the left-hand side. It's going to be a shot from McNair. It's Daisy Cutter that gets cleared away. Launched back in, headed away by Tete, who's had a good first half. Hoiked back up in the air and cleared by Fulham. Here's Crooks on the right-hand side. Can't keep it in. Fulham throw 35:20 on the clock. Borough aren't coming back into this. Can't see where the goals are coming from. Set plays. Look out for those. Wilson, quality finish. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Quality bit of play to engineer the space as well beforehand. Very good start on his Fulham Championship debut. Harry Wilson. Oh, huge jump by Ikpeazu. Completely nails Tim Ream there. And out comes the yellow card for Uche Ikpeazu. Warnock is furious about that one. Obviously, remember back to 18 seconds where Mitrovic completely flattened Howson, Ikpeazu just absolutely nailed Tim Ream. Ooh. Is he leading with the arm there? Let's have a look at the slow-mo. Look, if he booked Mitrovic, then he's got to book Ikpeazu. The arm is probably that far ahead of him as he jumped into him. And referee Stroud brings out the yellow card again. Stroud's explaining it was his hand that hit him. Adrabio was saying, no, it wasn't. It was the forearm. There you go. Ikpeazu and Mitrovic, both similar infractions from those two guys. It'll be a real handful for teams. Needs to stay on the pitch now on a yellow card, and Warnock will want him to play aggressively. Got to be careful now. First of many yellows for Ikpeazu. Fulham 1, Borough 0. Harry Wilson with a debut championship goal in Fulham colours on 29 minutes. Fulham, I mean, it's fairly tight, honestly, up to the goal, wasn't it? But if you look at some of these underlying metrics, it'll tell you Fulham are good value for the lead. But you and I know in these games against with Warnock in the dugout, it's never as straightforward as the possession stats appear to make it look. So Wilson, I think I'm right in saying the goal contributions was 18 for Darby, 18 for Cardiff. I think something ridiculous like 10 or 11 in 13 or 14 games for Hull as well. I think he also scored 7, didn't he, in the Premier League for Bournemouth. Someone want to check my numbers there. Here comes Crooks down the right, tucks inside. Oh, good feet by Crooks. Beats Robinson. Crooks crosses in. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Borough players in the box. And the cross is straight at Gazzaniga. He had a couple of opportunities to cross that, Crooks. Beat Robinson twice. Good wing play. But God, look. They really had a good penalty box scene, as the great Mick Mills would call it. There is Carvalho to Francois, to Robinson. Howson clears up the line. 39 on the clock. Fulham 1. Borough 0. Peterborough v Derby is being advertised by Sky for next Saturday at midday. We'll call that the Jack Marriott Derby. And Swansea Sheffield United, which we can call the Rhian Brewster Derby in the evening next week. Give us a follow on Twitter, and I will keep you posted with all the watch-alongs we're doing. Obviously, baby pending. Make sure you hit subscribe while you're here as well. That one's run all the way through to Joe Lumley. And Borough will look to get up the pitch. They've been a nuisance in this game, Borough, but they've not really created anything of note, have they? 1 shot, 0 shots on target. To be fair, Fulham only have 2 shots on target, but 7 in total. 66-34 on the possession. But it's not really been in any way dominant from Fulham. Bit of quality from Wilson, though, for the goal. I wouldn't fancy being a Borough player at half-time, and Warnock looks absolutely raging today. Warnock and Stroud was always going to be fun, wasn't it? There's one over the top for Cabano to chase. Ooh. He got goal side there of Dykesteel. Lumley came all the way out. He just stretched to control it. And if he does control it, probably would have just followed all the way through into the net. He's close as well, Cabano just stretches out. Lumley in no man's land if Cabano gets a touch on that. Fortunately for the Borough keeper, he doesn't. Fulham, especially Wilson, showed better attacking quality for a 10-minute spell, hence deserve their lead. Jared, we're going to have a rest later on, so I won't be doing Coventry and Forest. This is our third watch-along of the weekend, plus the Saturday Super Stream. So apologies if you're a Cov or a Forest fan who wanted to catch up with that one. Throw in to Borough. Dykesteel tosses that into McNair, who goes down. Nothing given. It's back with Howson. Howson goes round Carvalho and wins the throw-in over on the right-hand side. Dykesteel cannot get past his man. Tries a little drag back heel flick, but he's given away. Now the throw-in, what do I think would be a good season for Darby? I'm not being sarcastic, Lewis, but staying in business, not getting a points deduction, getting a new owner, and then staying in the Championship. Those are the priorities for Darby. Avert the chaos, first of all, I would suggest. Here, well, Rabio heads it away. It's knocked into the channel. Watmore's going to chase, but I think Tete just manages to see that one out. Wasn't my complete pet hate of shepherding out because he only had about a couple of feet to do it, but there we go. I deserve the rest. Thank you, Jared. The work rate's been immense. We love it. Warnock's been saving this up for 2.5 months. He probably has. Not a happy bunny, but hey, often a raging Warnock is an effective Warnock, isn't it? Goal kick for Fulham. Gazzaniga in the red boots is going to take it. Goes long. Here's McNair, knocks it off to Howson. Howson drives over halfway. Carvalho chasing him. Howson turns back inside. Good work by Carvalho and Cabano to track their runner there. Here's Dykesteel, comes in off the right. Knocks it back into his own half to Fry. Fry to Hall. Good stuff by Borough, but it's all in front of Fulham at the moment, who are in shape and looking reasonably solid. Crooks comes short, knocks it off to Howson. Crooks down the right into Ikpezu. Ikpezu, good chest, knocks it back to Howson. Howson down the line. Robinson's going to get there first ahead of Crooks. Robinson tries to clear, comes off Crooks. Spoons up in the air. Cabano with a dangerous ball back. Robinson bails him out. Tim Ream smashes it down the ground. 44-15 on the clock. Fulham 1, Borough 0 as we approach half-time. Probably get at least 2 minutes, won't we? 2-3 minutes. Goal. Couple of injury stoppages in this first half. Although they never tend to go too heavy on the stoppage time in the first half, do they? Adrabio heads that away. There's an offside flag up as well. It's going to be a free kick to Fulham. And Borough retreat. And Tim Ream takes his sweet time. He's going to take this free kick. Yeah, we've done this before, haven't we? 3 minutes of stoppage time confirmed. As Gazzaniga lines up the goal kick. Big one up to Mitrovic. Holds it up, but down he goes, and Borough get it clear. Oh, good play by Paisu. Good turn. Big tackle by... It's good stuff in this game. Robinson's just smashed Ikpeazu as well. I think he'd already been fouled, Ikpeazu. He rolls Tim Ream, and Robinson, who's not the same size as Ikpeazu, completely clatters into him. Some very good aggressive physicality in this game. Robinson looking after Tim Ream after that challenge a few minutes back. In comes the free kick. Big climb by Ikpeazu. Couldn't control the flick. And it's going to be a goal kick to Fulham. I think he got in Grant Hall's way again. I think that happened on the last set play also. We are 1.5 minutes into 3 minutes of stoppage time. Ikpeazu and Ream having a good battle. Good fun, isn't it? Only one of them on a yellow card so far. We've got about 1 minute and 10 seconds stoppage time left. Ikpeazu making his presence felt up top again. Nicely swept up by Francois and cleared by Adrabio. It's gone all the way out. Throw in to Fulham. Carvalho drops it into Onuma. Back to Carvalho on the right wing. Carvalho is going to work Bolla. Bolla gets a foot in and he's going to win the throw in as well. Good play by the left back. About 30 seconds left of minimum stoppage time to be played. Fulham 1, Borough 0. Harry Wilson, the goal scorer. Throwing up the line, Ikpeazu hoofs it up in the air. Watmore can't read the bounce, and he certainly can't out-jump Tim Ream. And out it goes. It's going to be another Borough throw, but I suspect that's it. Referee Stroud looks at his watch. It's thrown in down the line. Oh, actually, we are going to get a remaining phase of play there. Ikpeazu has drawn a foul off Tete. They both fall to the ground, and Tete's boot is off his foot. What happened there? Do you know, I think he's quite lucky to get that one, Ikpeazu. But there you go. And this will be the last kick of the half, basically. It's a free kick down the left wing, which McNair is going to swing in with his right foot. Ikpeazu's there, Crooks is there. I'd imagine we'll see Hall and Fry as well. Dyke Steele has not gone forward by the look of it. In comes the free kick. Last kick of the half, headed away by Adrabio. And, yeah, we were expecting first contact on the free kick and the halftime whistle would go. And it indeed has gone. It's halftime, everybody. Get your thoughts in on Marco Silva's first half as Fulham manager. And it is a winning first half. It's Fulham 1, Borough 0. Harry Wilson with the goal. Let's have a look at the numbers. And then we can go to a little bit of Q&A throughout half time. 61-39 to Fulham on the possession. That had been a lot higher during, I don't know, up to about 25, 30 minutes. You can see on the attack momentum graph as well, not a lot of blue for Fulham until the last throwings of that half. 7 shots to 2 in Fulham's favour. However, only 2 on target. The stat Warnock will hate is 0 shots on target for Borough. Unless you get a bit of luck, you ain't going to score with 0 shots on target, are you? And if you ain't going to score, you ain't going to win. 3 corners to 2, reasonably even. 3 shots inside the box to 1. 183 to 116 on the passes tells you that 183 is not a high number at all, is it? That it's been scrappy and not necessarily flowing. 61% of possession in this game would not be 61% of possession in a lot of games, if you get my drift on that one, because you all love to see the live league table. Let's put it up there, and you can see Fulham would drop in there as one of 6 winners. Remember, we still have Forest and Coventry to play at 4:30. So my take on that half, pretty even. I know you've got that big possession number, but when you see the actual total number of passes that Fulham have played, it's hardly been dominant, and they've been keeping the ball the whole time. I'll get comments in, by the way. Borough making it hard. Couple of big tackles and yellow cards for McNair, Ikpeazu, Mitrovic, obviously within the first 20 seconds. Warnock going crackers on the touchline. But it was a really good bit of quality by Wilson, wasn't it, for the goal. Stands up Boller in the box. Boller doesn't want to go anywhere near him, doesn't want to make the tackle. Wilson drags him across and then hits the shot. I think it does go through one of the centre-half's legs, but it's really good by Wilson. He drills it low into the corner, and that is the quality that Wilson gives you, certainly at championship level. The goal contributions and the output always high from Harry Wilson. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Callum on his way to the Rico. Enjoy. Coventry fans haven't been there in a long, long while, have they? Last couple of seasons at St Andrews, haven't they? Finn, quite a poor half. Fulham expectedly dominating. I'm not sure they're dominating, are they, Finn? I know they've had more of the ball, but it has been messy, hasn't it? You have to say. But Warnock makes life hard, doesn't he? Thoughts on Fulham, and they are, by today's evidence, good enough to win the league. Okay. Fulham's unknown youngsters look handy. Well, we know about Carvalho. I don't know a lot about Tyrese Francois, but yeah, he's looked cool and calm next to Onuma in that midfield. Mitrovic looks as much of a square peg in a round hole as he did last season. Borough's one-dimensional attack, easily handled. Who's supposed to be Borough's playmaker? You don't always have to play with a playmaker, do you? But no, there's... Well... Perhaps it might be the Argentinian lad whose name I'll butcher. So let me just look it up. The Argentinian lad, Martin Paero, on the bench. Suhali, looks like Fulham are learning to play together. Lots of attacking and through play, but some of the younger players need a bit more awareness. Mitrovic looks completely uninterested. Interesting. Zach still saying 1-1. Thoughts on Uche? Well, he's a handful, isn't he? But as I think Chris was saying up there, Ream and Adrabio have done decent thus far, haven't they? Would you say there's a lack of clear favourites for the top 6? Yes, outside of the big 4, essentially the parachute teams, Bournemouth, Fulham, West Brom, Sheffield United. Yeah, there's no obvious favourites. You're sort of coming up with names like Middlesbrough, Millwall, QPR. You're looking at teams that sort of did something at some points last season. So we will see. Reckon Warnock will scream at Borough and another poor half will come with a scrappy equaliser. We will find out. I'm sure he'd take that right now, Finn, if you gave him that. Who has the better side, Forest or Coventry? We'll find out later, but better pattern of play, probably Coventry. More star power, probably Forest. So that should be an interesting one later on today. 4:30, but my work will be done this weekend, unless big news breaks. My work will be done after this one. Right. I'm going to take a little break, don't go anywhere. We're going to return back in 2 minutes. In the meantime, fill those comments full, get some topics, get some questions in. We're going to be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are at halftime in our Sunday lunchtime watch along. It is Fulham 1, Borough 0. Harry Wilson with a debut championship goal for Fulham. Excellent work by him, drilling it in low with the left foot. Let me reset that so I can follow them along. Here are our championship scores so far this weekend. Bournemouth 2, West Brom 2, Blackburn 2, Swansea 1. Bristol City 1, Blackpool 1, Cardiff 1, Barnsley 1, Derby 1, Huddersfield 1, Luton 3, Peterborough 0, Preston 1, Hull 4, QPR 1, Millwall 1, Stoke 3, Reading 2, Sheffield United 0, Birmingham 1 last night. Obviously, we're halfway through Fulham 1, Borough 0, and it is Coventry Forest at 4:30. Get your comments in and we can do a few questions, topics, whatever you want to talk about. Have I heard the Carvalho to West Ham rumour? I have not. And he played. How many games has he played in his life, Fabio Carvalho? Goodness. Probably about 3 or 4 in terms of first team. I know he came in at the end of last season. But highly, highly rated. And of course, again, I repeat, in my 10 to watch in the championship video that we did prior to the start of the season. How's Carvalho playing, says Andy. Yeah, looks decent, looks lively, playing in the number 10 position between Cabano and Harry Wilson. A couple of nice late runs into the box, getting on the end of stuff. Looks neat and tidy. Looks like it's going to be an interesting one assuming he doesn't go out of Fulham like is suggested. Graphics in the Blake with Crass. Proper play. Thank you very, very much, Pug Tom. Nice of you to comment. Jared, how long do you think before Premier League teams start looking at Lewis Potter? Well, look, I mean, they'll all know about him already because that's the world we live in and everybody knows about everybody. But in terms of look at, it just needs some fairly... Look, any young English sort of wide attacking player like Keane Lewis Potter, who puts up numbers in the Championship, will attract the the gazes of the Premier League. He's got off the mark in his first game, and we're excited to see how he does. Welcome along, Trevor, who's at the game. I've just heard from him at half-time. Nice stuff. Thoughts on Dickey after another screamer he scored yesterday, in the atmosphere at the KPF was amazing. Well, yeah, someone's just tweeted me about that. I hadn't got that far in my review yesterday, so I haven't actually seen the goal yet. Will there be any? Is it not up yet on Football 365? I can chase that up, Chris. If it's not up yet, then I would hope to God it's up for next week. But leave that with me and feel free to chase me on that. But I saw the prototype of it, so I know it's in the works, but they may not have got it finished then before the end of play yesterday, when it would have been needed to. But there we go. On Friday, rather. Why do you think there are no Red Bull teams in England? Pass. I'm sure they've looked at them. Did they not try and get West Ham? I'm sure it will happen at some point. That'll go down well, won't it? What was the Wilson goal like? Nice. Yeah. Worked Boller. Opened it up on the edge of the box. Drove it in low with the left foot. Will there be an Atalanta watch? I'm not so sure about that. Look, we're just planning day by day on the channel here. But maybe Atalanta, who we were very respectful of, weren't we, having so many players in the Euros? But no, I wouldn't know the first thing about it, hey? Sky are just on an ad break, and we should be back for the second half very soon. Who do you think will be the top goal scorer this season? Well, I said Mitrovic in my prediction stuff. He hasn't really done a lot today, has he? But, well, put that to the chat on top scorers. We will find out very, very soon. Is Ikpeazu the first player to be too unsophisticated for? Oh, that's tough on poor Ikpeazu, isn't he? Looks like we've got some Carabao Cup games on Tuesday. If there's no child appeared by then, maybe we can do a watch along on one or other of those. Yeah, and the same there, Tony. Would love to do Brentford Arsenal. It's Friday night, isn't it? So yeah, we will see Red Bull Cardiff in a few seasons. Which Burton Albion player do I fear when Ipswich play Burton soon? Crikey. I'd have to research that. My League One knowledge, not the greatest, I have to say. Although I'm very aware that Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank has done great things there at Burton. What else are we saying in the chat? Red Bull team here. No, thank you. Disney FC as well. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Super streams will be happening as and when we can do them again. We're just waiting for little baby to pop out. Yeah, we did do Dearly Departed watch-alongs last season, Frank. Plenty of them. So, yeah, again, sorry to be so nondescript with my answers about channel plans. It's completely dependent on labour and childbirth and things of that nature. Here come the players back out for the second half. It is Fulham 1, Borough 0. Harry Wilson on his championship debut for Fulham with their first goal of the season. Here come Luis Boamorte and Marco Silva. Fun and games with Boamorte and Silva and Blackwell and Warnock in the technical area there. Fulham lead. Pretty good value. Mainly on the basis that Borough just haven't created a lot, have they? No shots on target for A Borough. Have I got a plan in place for the arrival of a baby during a watch along? Yeah, stop what I'm doing and get to the hospital is the plan. Disney County. That might be fun, mightn't it? There's a club that needs a new owner. Right, we're about to start the second half. Thank you for your halftime comments and all of that good stuff. We'll get you a time sync into the second half. Mitrovic takes the kickoff and we are off in this second half. Fulham 1, Borough 0. As ever, we'll just bang through the teams to start the second half. A quick reminder of who's doing what. In goal for Fulham, Gazzaniga, debut there. Tete and Robinson are the fullbacks. Here comes Tete, in fact, down the right-hand side now. Hold that thought. Tete hits the deck, jumps back up, and that ball will not go out. Tete knocks that off to Wilson. Back to Tete. Here is Onoma. Trying to slip that through to Wilson. Wilson crossing position. Mitrovic dangles a leg at it, and it's cleared away by Matt Crooks on the cover. Apologies there. So start again. Gazzaniga in goal. Tete and Robinson fullbacks. Ream, Adrabio, centre backs. Oh, thanks, Sofa School. That's helpful. Onoma and Francois. Central midfield. Wilson, Carvalho, Cabano. They're in the box again here, Fulham. And Onoma tries to cut it back. Easily gathered by Lumley. Cabano, Carvalho, Wilson off the front. And Mitrovic is up top. Central striker for Borough. Lumley in goal. Joke Steel, Fry, Hall, Boller. Crooks, House and Morsey. McNair, Watmore, Ikpeazu. And we'll try and get you your timestamp on 47 minutes in about 20 seconds. Try and get yourself lined up. It's going to be a free kick to Borough. I think Adrabio has been penalised. And I've missed a timestamp, haven't I? Of course I have. Looking at heat maps on the other screen. My bad. SofaScore are suggesting that McNair is much more advanced than we thought he would be. I did comment on that once in the first half. So look, if they've got the data, they're probably right. It's going to be McNair that takes this free kick. Hands on hips. Going to swing it in from the right-hand side. McNair. Crooks is just stood in an offside position. In comes the kick to the back post. It goes loose. Oh, completely swiped and miscleared. Ball's bobbling about, and in the end, Fulham get it clear. Wilson's now chasing after that, and Wilson misses his kick. Right, here comes your time sync at 48 minutes in 3, 2, 1, sync. Get yourself lined up. It's going to be a restart for Fulham. Free kick just on halfway. McNair with the foul. Robinson takes the free kick, quickly knocks it in to Tim Ream. Ream across to Adrabio in all kinds of space. Steps over halfway. Slides it in to Mitrovic, who dummies it. Carvalho goes down. He just slipped, I think. Here's a counter for Borough. Nicely knocked off by Ikpeazu. Morsey. Nice attempted turn by Morsey. Well marshalled by Francois, who's done well in central midfield. Hefty tackle on Carvalho there, but referee Stroud has rightly let it go. Robinson's driving forward. Now Robinson's all the way up into the box. The left back knocks off to Cabano on the left wing. Cabano stands still. Strokes the ball back into Francois, to Carvalho. The two youngsters combining. Robinson back into Francois, who's grown into the game, isn't he? Adrabio, Wilson, Mitrovic back to Wilson. Wilson's done well. Now Wilson played with the outside of his left foot, the ball inside. He had a runner over his right shoulder, and the pass was with the right foot first time outside of him, and I don't think he saw it. Good football by Fulham, and to be honest, young Tyrese Francois is starting to impress in central midfield. Cross comes in from the right, easy gather. 21-year-old Australian central midfielder, Tyrese Francois. First time I am seeing him. And yeah, there's the... well, they wanted a penalty shout, actually. I didn't look at it that way. Oh, actually, Morsey does have his hand on Carvalho's shoulders. I was too busy looking on the outside there. That's an interesting one. Apologies there. Let's see if I can get another look on the other screen at that and give you a bit more of an incisive comment. Let's have a look. I can see the replay. Oh, yeah. It's a fairly solid shout, actually, against Sammy Morsey on Carvalho arriving. He does have hold of his shoulder for sure. So, yeah, penalty shout there. In deference to referee Stroud, it is on his blind side. He can't quite see. So if it is a foul, it's a clever foul by Morsey on Carvalho arriving in the box. But reasonable penalty shout, actually. Carvalho then loses out to McNair up in the air. Seen them given. Yeah, we have, haven't we? Need a bit of help there from a linesman or from a video assistant referee for sure. But yeah, there was something in that, wasn't there? Oh, here's Wilson. Oh, there's a pull there on the far side. I suspect that'll be a yellow card for Boller. Harry Wilson receiving it, nodding it past Boller, who just stretches the arm out and pulls him down. And feels like this is getting away from Borough a little bit now into this second half. A music live stream, hey? Yeah, I think we might be cross-pollinating, crossing the streams there. We do the odd musical bits and bobs there, don't we? Seeing penalties given for less. That's certainly the case. Free kick to Fulham on the right-hand side. Wilson and Cabano, a couple of real set-play gurus, those two. Wilson, the left foot, Cabano, the right. Good options for them. I suspect Wilson will take this one and swing it in with the left foot. Although Cabano's just taking a very purposeful 3-4 steps back. It is going to be Cabano. Drills it in low. Mitrovic misses his kick, I think. It's a good free kick, that, actually. They're expecting it to be floated in. Mitrovic runs from back to front. And the delivery's fine. And Mitrovic just kind of wafts his left foot at it. And, I mean, he does get something on it. But if he gets a good contact on that, chance. Not quite at it today, Mitro, has he? So far, but he's just nodded it off to Carvalho. Carvalho, all that opened up nicely on the right foot. And Lumley's position wasn't great. He was quite far off the line. And it was about shaping that one into the far corner. He does well in the first instance. He just loses his composure there, Carvalho. Just trying to shade that around Dale Fry and into the corner, but not a great finish. Work that set piece, fooled me. Got me too. Yeah, I thought it was getting swung in by Wilson for sure. Right, Warnock has seen enough and Jed Spence and Marcus Tavernier are going to be coming on. Out comes Watmore, presumably for Tavernier. Although Spence steps on ahead of him. So Spence is on, and Ikpeazu is coming off. I'm not quite sure what Mr. Warnock's up to here. So Tavernier's on. Doesn't feel like Borough have got any strikers on the pitch anymore now. Crooks can probably play up top. But yeah, I'm not sure I understand that substitution. But then again, who am I, hey? So yeah, Crooks has gone up front. That looks obvious. And it looks like Warnock's just trying to pack out midfield. Spence seems to have gone to the right. And Tavernier to the left. They've won it back high up here. No, they haven't. There's a foul being given by referee Stroud. Looks like Tavernier's gone to the left. Yeah, so Warnock bombing out all his strikers last season. And now in his first game, he's going with Matt Crooks pretty much on his own. Interesting. Ikpeazu, I suppose, was on a yellow card, wasn't he? Spence, number 29, Tavernier, number 7. Here's Ream. Goes back to Gazaniga. Ream's got it again. And yeah, so Tavernier's definitely gone left. Morsey's really pushing up next to Crooks. I know that's a pressing thing. Spencer's gone right. So it almost looks like Morsey's playing in the number 10 spot at the moment. Call it what you like. 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 4-5-1, more likely. But there you go. Ream. Francois trying to knock it into Carvalho. Francois fouls McNair. An Australian of Mauritian descent. Nice. Second half possession. Fulham, 81%. Wow. Just remember, Sheffield United had 74% at the point Birmingham scored against them last night, didn't they? Not necessarily 9/10 of the law. Mitrovic tries to hold that up. The throw-in's going to go to Borough. So Warnock has made his move on the bench for Fulham. Well, in fact, let's flash it up for you. Ruddock, Mawson, Seri, Reed, Bryan, Cavaliero, Camara. Plenty of ammunition on the bench there to see out this game for Fulham. Crooks chasing that one down, but can't get it. It's going to be a goal kick to Fulham. Are we going to see Pereiro? Well, the chances are slimmer now because he's already made 2 of his 3 subs, but you would think we probably would, wouldn't we? Rather than Sammy Morsey trying to play off Crooks. When you got an Argentine number 10 sat on the bench, why not, hey? Now there's a big diag looking for Cavaliero. Not Cavaliero. Carvalho, idiot. Warnock is going senile. He's brought on his 2 attacking wing-backs and taken off his 2 forwards instead of Fuller and Dykesteel. Well, there you go. The double fullbacks. We're coming up the hour mark. Goal kick to Borough. Bouncing around up top there. Onima trying to win it. McNair tries to play Tavernier in. Yeah, Francois to Adrabio and back to Gazaniga. Ream's got it at centre half. And we have hit the 1 hour mark. 30 to go in this one. Borough still not really putting a great deal of pressure on here. 34% possession for Borough. 0 shots on target. Here comes Spence down the right trying to run Robinson. Robinson does well. Wins it. Clears it up the line. Throw in to Borough. Good play by Robinson there. Sticks with his man. Good pace. Steps in front. Deals with the danger. Throw-in taken. And I didn't see what went on there. All of a sudden, it's a Fulham throw-in now. So they've wasted that potential restart high up the pitch. And Robinson's got the throw-in for Fulham in the left-back position. Robinson tells Team Ream, get up the pitch. I'm just going to hurl this down the line. Does just that. Ball comes off Dykesteel and it's out for another throw-in. So they've made some ground up the pitch. Warnock trying to get some instructions on there. Not entirely sure what that means, but there you go. Oh, brilliant. Here's Ream. Robinson knocks it inside to Adrabio. Adrabio driving forward. Goes past Morsey. Good play by Adrabio. Onima. Tete. Back to Onima. Tete. Onima again. Nice play by the two of them. Reverse ball crossed into the middle. Headed goalwards. And I think it was Cabano with the header. Was begging for Mitrovic, that one. Yeah, Cabano just gets in front of him. Does he take it off him? No, not really. It's there to win, isn't it? Decent enough climb by Cabano. Heads it straight at Lumley in the Borough goal. Decent play down the right between Onima and Kenny Tete. Adrabio he's had a few fouls today, hasn't he? Big Crooks now backing into him. The free kick to Borough. Remember, Ikpeazu is no longer on the pitch for Borough. That huge aerial threat, of course. Tavernier's there. Left foot. I think McNair's going to put it in right-footed. No, he's not. Steps over it. Tavernier puts it in left-footed. It's going to come all the way over Fry's head. Here's Spence on the right wing. Spence crosses in left-footed. Ball goes loose up in the air. Howson wins the header. Wilson and Boller, I think, clash of heads, edge of the box. I hope they're okay. It's going to be a drop ball, I think. After this one, referee Stroud immediately stops the play. Yeah, it is Boller who's down. He and Wilson both jumping together. Thoughts on Ed Sheeran being given the number 17? Well, we've spoken about this a fair bit. Yeah, just marketing 101, isn't it? If it sells some shirts, then it's worth doing. In it. Where did the Sombalonga go? somewhere in Turkey, I think. Yeah. Loved your comment on Hodge on Nodge with your Mo Johnston. Yeah, that would have been fun, wouldn't it? We're just seeing the Wilson goal again, driven low into the bottom corner. Fulham lead. Welcome, Russell. How are you, my friend? Hello to James as well, just joining us here. Wilson is back up. Marco Silva barking out the instructions to Tim Ream, Lewis Boamorte to Naskins Cabano. Boller is up as well. I assume this is going to be a contested drop ball. Both Wilson and Boller look like they're both going to be okay to continue. Just one sub left for Warnock and Borough, having brought in Tavernier and Spence. Referee Stroud is explaining what's going to happen now. I think he's telling Tavernier that Fulham were in possession, which I'm not sure was the case. It was just a 50-50 aerial ball, so no one was in possession, really. Looks like it's a Fulham restart. Yeah, interesting. So I assume he gave a foul against Boller on Wilson. Here is Ream in a whole ton of space. Horrible ball by Ream. Straight to Tavernier. Here's Morsey, heavy touch by him. Cabano's onto that. Robinson to Francois to Ream. Nice little turn by Ream to beat Morsey. Ream's got it again. Here's Mitrovic, who's dropped into the 10 position now. Cabano out wide to Wilson. Wilson marked by Boller. Nice ball by Wilson. Onuma steps over it. Onuma hits the shot. It's blocked. Mitrovic tries to control it in the box, but it just bounces around him. Down the ground again, and Ream sweeps it up, and Borough just really, since that substitution and for the majority of the second half, just can't get on the ball now, can they? Would be interesting to see Martin Pereiro at some point. Whether we will or not remains to be seen. It's Ream, Robinson, Carvalho, Cabano crosses in from the left. Oh, Wilson was arriving from the right. Kind of throws himself at it. I think his Boller is touch tight. Wilson hits the deck. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in it. Close call, though. Wilson gets any kind of touch on that, sprinting in towards goal. It's an open net. It's quite poor from Lumley, actually. Completely loses the flight of that cross over his head and leaves his goal completely empty. It's a corner to Fulham, which Naskins Cabano is going to take right-footed. Mitro is up. Ream, Adrabio. In comes the corner, headed out by Fry. Edge of the box, Francois volleys it, hits it into the ground, which makes it easy to clear. Not sure how much interest Fulham have in Matt Grimes. Does he get into the team? Yeah, I would think. Obviously, Francois and Onuma have been decent today, but there seems to be a position there, possibly up for grabs. Grimes will come in when Anguissa is sold. Yeah, there you go. Yanis and Aaron agree on that. Tom Kenny, yeah, he's still there. You can still find him. Here's Carvalho Chasing forward past Morsey. Carvalho looking for Cabano. Cabano knocks that one back. Tetty crosses. Mitrovic nearly gets across Dykesteel. Dykesteel's touch tight with him, and Mitrovic can't control that header. I was just going to say they've played him well thus far, but we've said that plenty of times in the Championship where people seem to have stopped Mitrovic, and he still pops up with a goal at some point. Decent defending, though, by Dykesteel there, the right back on the cover. Cleared by Adrabio. It's going to be a throw into Borough. We are 70 minutes up, 70 on the clock. And I think I'm right in saying that Borough still, no shots on target for Borough in this game. So just no threat. Referee Stroud has the yellow card out again. And forgive me, I didn't see who that for. We're not going to see Martin Pereiro today because this is going to be a third sub for Borough. Isaiah Jones, who I will confess I know nothing about, comes on. Looks like he's got some kind of facial injury because he's come on wearing a mask. Jones, number 35, is on for Borough. Jones, 22 years old, English. It says on SofaScore he's an attacker. They have been light up front since Ikpeazu went off. Mitrovic helps that on. Here's Cabano. Cabano, nice feet. Cabano drags the shot. 3 ahead of him in the box as well. Not great from Naskins. Cabano there. Let's see where Isaiah Jones has landed on the pitch. It was Harry Wilson that was booked most recently. So we now have Wilson, Mitrovic. Ikpeazu got booked, but he's not on the pitch anymore. Boller and McNair all on yellow cards. Here's Ream. Big diag forward with his left foot. Boller wins it in the air against Wilson. Boller clears it down the line and then leaves one on Wilson. We've had all sorts of that type of thing going on. Bobby Reid is going to come on. It's going to be the first Fulham sub. You would think Carvalho or Cabano would be going out for Bobby Reid. Can't see him subbing off Wilson on a goal on his debut. Who knows? Jones gets a foot in and wins that one. But now Carvalho's got it back. Tries to play it to Mitrovic, wrong wavelength. It's back with Tete. Here's Francois and Ream. Ream just over halfway, not really been closed down. Clips into the channel. Headed back by Jed Spence for Joe Lumley in goal. Sean, thank you very much. We'll drink to that. €10 on the Super Chat. Looking forward to another season of quality content. Me too, my friend. It's my pleasure. Thank you very, very much for your support. You can support via Super Chat and Super Stickers. Hit that dollar button where you leave your comment, support the channel. Financially, if you have the will and the means to do so, that would be terribly kind. Here's McNair. Ken Borough. They need one shot on target, but they haven't had one yet. Little clip of the heels there by Cabano on Jike Steele, who draws the foul. And it's a free kick to Middlesbrough. Hit the like button, by the way. Thumbs up on whichever platform you're watching helps us out big style. And, of course, subscribe. I can give you a live number. Let's use my phone to do it. Of subscribers, how many we got? 18,720. How good is that? Thank you, everybody. Please hit subscribe if you're new to these parts. You are very, very welcome. Right, McNair, free kick to the right. Crooks again standing in an offside position. Goes to the back post. Jones kind of jumps and volleys it, but it's straight into the stand behind the goal. The Putney end, is that? Can't remember. The one the away fans go in. Yes, Snakeskins Cabano is the one who's going to make way for Bobby Reid, who I thought was pretty decent in the Premier League last season. Bobby Reid, number 14, is on. Looks like he's just going to slot in down the left. So it's Reid, Carvalho, and Wilson off. Mitrovic up the top there. Cabano, a starter in the first game for Marco Silva. But his work is done. Cabano applauded by the Borough fans. What a wonderful world we live in, hey? Throw in to the Borough fans. I'm sure they'd like to applaud. A shot on target, which they still haven't managed to have in this game, Borough. 14 shots to 2, say the numbers. Although here comes Tavernier into the box. It's opened up a little bit. Good feet by Tavernier. Oh, there was a little ball out to Jones, I think it is. He's got the ball now. Jones in the box. Little knock in. His Boller drives it in. Oh, and they've equalised. We were just saying no shots on target. They only need one. They've got one and they've stuck it in the net. It's classic Warnock. One shot on target. Fulham 1. Borough 1. Driven into the corner by Mark Boller. And the house is on for Neil. Look at Marco Silva's face. He's like, how am I not winning this game? And Borough have equalised. There was good work by Tavernier. Drives in. I did think the chance had gone. He needed to slip it out to the side. They get a bit of a lucky bounce. Nice feed by Boller. Jones, good composure. And it's really good from Boller, isn't it? Little touch, spins, and we get a lovely angle from behind the goal. Drills it in to the side netting. And it's Fulham 1, Borough 1, and our third relegated Year 1 parachute team that we've done a watch-along are not winning. We've had West Brom draw at Bournemouth. We've had Sheffield United lose at home to Birmingham. And we now have Borough level with Fulham. Let's just bring those numbers up so you can see. 14 shots to 4. 1 shot on target for Borough. But it's Fulham 1. Borough 1. 78 on the clock. The goal timed at 76:38. Wow. Let's get your comments on that one. Here's Tetty coming down the right against Jones. Tetty crosses in and headed away by Grant Hall. Let's get your reactions. They can applaud a goal. Yes, they can. Unbelievable. 1-1. Alexa, off. God's sakes. Warnock masterclass. Well, there you go. Warnock special. Classic Warnock. The S-Housery is alive and well. Oh, dearie me. What a goal. Done it again. You wouldn't think he was a centre-back with that finish. Playing wing-back, but still, your point stands. Ethan, good old Warnock. Go, 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 go. A live league table, Russ. Won't look quite so good for Fulham, who have indeed been Warnocked. And as things stand, they will not be joining our heroic 3-pointers. Hull, Luton, Stoke, Blackburn and Birmingham. Lot of draws on this opening round so far. Could this be another one? Fulham 1, Borough 1. Borough 1 shot on target and they are level. Wow. Looks like the rain is coming down there. And all those people in the front row. I was going to make a joke about tourists then, but that's probably not the case post-COVID, is it? Long one forward. The rain is coming down now. It looks now in Putney. And we are past the 80-minute mark. Smart finish. Grab and smash. Good goal again. Get in, Borough, says Jeffrey. Warnock's put his coat on. He looks perfectly happy with things. Does old Warnock. Deary me. That throw-in didn't even come on the pitch, did it? From Dyke Steele. I think he gets another go at that, doesn't he? Lucky, lucky. Warnocked. Yeah, that should be in the dictionary and allowed on countdown. Agree with that. Warnock is now causing it to rain as well. Launched forward into the channel. Spence wins it in the air. Flicks it on looking for Crooks. Tim Ream gives that one the heave-ho down the ground. Looks like, I'm struggling to see on my TV screen, the rain is coming down. Oh, God, yeah, it's very heavy down there. We had this at Wembley yesterday in the Charity Shield, not miles away. Same deal today. There's those hardy Teessiders there. Bit of rain won't scare them, will it? Here is Dyke Steele. Howson. Howson heads down. Onoma lifts it over the top for Harry Wilson to chase. Wilson's in behind. Did he get a pull back there? Mitrovic had the chance on the volley to lob it over. Difficult chance. Was there a pull back on Harry Wilson in the run through there? Nothing was given, so it's a moot point. It's Boller, the goal scorer, chasing with him. No, I don't think there is actually. He's kind of touch tight, but there's not an obvious hoik back of the arm, is there, or anything? No, it's decent defending by Boller. Mitrovic just needs super soft feet and he can lob that into the net. I think Wilson's waiting for the contact. It didn't really come, did it? And Mitrovic full on the volley with the ball flying at him. Couldn't lob it back over into the net. It's absolutely hammering down with rain down in Fulham, isn't it? Wilson trying to run in again. And there is the big clearance by Lumley. If anyone saw Messi's tears, imagine Warnock announcing his retirement. Ivan Cavaliero is coming on. And let's just take a second. Well played, Tyrese Francois. Never seen him play before. Decent performance, that fella. Well played. Cavaliero is on. And they seem to only have one central midfielder on. Is Carvalho going to go and play central midfield? We will figure it out. Or are they going to go to some kind of front two? Wilson doesn't look completely certain. We'll figure this out in a second. Lashing, isn't it? Isn't it? Jess Bobby Reed's into the box. Can't sit back looking for Carvalho. Hall just gets in front of him. Looking dangerous there. Here's Adrabio. Ream. And Ream goes all the way home to Gazaniga. 83-45 on the clock. Here's Ream to Robinson. Robinson driving forward. Big 50-50 there. There's been a few hefty old challenges in this game. Neither player shirked that one. Who was it? It was Howson, wasn't it? I just assume it's going to be Morsey, but he was substituted, wasn't he? Yeah, it was Johnny Howson and Anthony Robinson. Referee Stroud getting in the way, but the ball bounces back to Onoma. So Fulham can keep possession. Here's Ream. Ream driving forward. Dreadful ball by Ream. Gives it away. He's looking for Wilson. Jones then completely misses his kick. And Bobby Reed's just a little bit late on goal scorer Mark Boller as he tries to clear it. Boller stays down. 84-45 on the clock. As the rain still comes down, Mark Boller looks absolutely drenched. We a throw in to Borough, so my mistake. Wasn't a foul by Reed. Throwing down the line straight back out, and Rabiot is just waiting for the ball to come back to him. Fulham fan with a not very good throw there. Neil Warnock is now wearing a coat with an illuminous hood and a stripe right down the middle of it. Absolutely sensational from Warnock, who's just in imperious form at the moment, isn't he? Robinson inside, looking for Cavaliero, who's barely had a touch yet, has he? Nodded down by Ream to Rabiot. So, yeah, Josh Onomah is just sat in central midfield. And that looks about it. I think the idea is possibly that Wilson and Carvalho are supposed to be coming back and joining him. And then Reed and Cavaliero can get forward wide. Could be a very open central midfield situation there. Big hoik clear there by Borough. Rabiot helps that home to Gazzaniga, who very coolly half volleys it back to him. Oh, Rabiot, speaking of cool, thought he was going to get caught then, but he knew what he was doing. Robinson, Carvalho's got badly caught there. Here's Johnny Howson. Howson driving forward. Howson squares that one off to Vernier. Oh dear, it's a poor finish. Oh, that was a chance, wasn't it? Howson does really well. Carvalho gets robbed. Tavernier completely loses his composure and slices that over the bar. Oh, it's a chance, isn't it? I just said, didn't I? That looks like a very open central midfield or non-existent central midfield. That's a real lack of composure there by Tavernier. Chance there, wasn't it? Oh, Lumley falls as he clears it. He gets a bit lucky there. That could have gone straight to Mitrovic, couldn't it? Here is Jones down the left. I think he's won a throw-in for Borough. Could have won it. Yeah. The boss said I have to run her to Primark. There you go. See you later, Bazzy. The boss has spoken and Primark is calling, of course. Do well. Going to close in a little bit on a Sunday, buddy. 4-1-5 formation. I agree, but I agree very much so. Not a lot of central midfield presence there for Fulham at the moment. I think, what are they going to do now? He's bringing a Boubacar Camara on, who's not a midfielder. He's just going to take off Carvalho. Marco Silva's holding up two fingers, so I assume it's supposed to be some kind of 4-2-3-1. The only guy I can think that will partner Onomah in central midfield would be Harry Wilson, really. Can't see any other guys doing it, but there you go. Boubacar Camara is on number 47, AK-47. And I think Wilson is going to go and play central midfield. Interesting. Can I see a late winner from either team? Well, it's the Championship, so the answer is always yes to that, isn't it? Hal, you can check. Hal, give your Sheffield United stuff a plug in the comments. You can check him out on Sheffield United Way on YouTube. Hello, Harvey in Australia. 89.03 on the clock. Fulham 1, Borough 1. One shot on target for Warnock is all he needs. Although the big guys are coming forward now for this set play. It's a free kick down the right-hand side. The ball's going to have to travel a fairly long way. It's Tavernier who's taken up Matt Crook's position of standing way offside. In comes the free kick from McNair. Robinson gets a header on it. It's out to the left-hand side of the box. Here's Jones trying to run it down the line. It's a really clumsy tackle by Josh Onema. Silly boy there. And it's another free kick to Borough. Give Jones some credit. He does him, doesn't he? Little feint one way and then goes the other. And we are into 90 minutes. 5 minutes of stoppage time to come. 90 minutes is up. Can either of these sides get themselves a stoppage time win? A free kick on the left wing. Tavernier is just having a word with McNair. McNair is still going to take the kick. Just re-spots the ball. And they should be able to crowd Gazzaniga here if he can float this under the bar. McNair puts the kick in. Big header out by Ream. And out it goes for a throw-in. There you go. Sheffield United way. Go and give Hal a subscribe. Sure, he's going to have his reaction to a difficult evening for Sheffield United last night. Birmingham, pretty good value for that win, weren't they? Just that handball shout for the penalty. Kind of going against the Blades, but a couple of chances missed by Blues as well. Carvalho had tired. Why hadn't I heard of him? He just came in, Chris, in the last few games of last season after relegation. So presumably Fulham were off your radar after they went down last season. Right, 91:15 on the clock. 5 minutes minimum stoppage time to play. So we have 3 minutes 40, potentially a little bit more to go. Cavaliero to Camera. Cavaliero down the left. He's got Robinson with him. Plays it inside to Camera. Camera to Adrabio to Ream. Middlesbrough a little bit deep here. Probably could do with actually moving into a more noticeable team shape there. Just look like a row of 8 players there, but I think they've done it now. And the ball's back with Gazzaniga. They're looking for Mitrovic. Can't find him. And here is Jones on the left wing. He's going to try and run Tetty. He's done well, actually, Jones. Powering down the line. I think that's a foul, is it? No. Jones keeps going. That's definitely a foul now by Tetty. Jones looking useful in stoppage time. Really good stoppage time period from Isaiah Jones down the left wing. Did that go out in the first instance, though? It rolled right along the line after. He wanted a foul. Tetty didn't give him one to begin with, but he did in the end. And it's a free kick right on the edge of the box. Tavernier has gone over again to have a word with McNair, but he's not going to take it. And can McNair get a good delivery? Seems like Tim Ream's just headed everything away. They've all gone to the back post, to be fair, these Borough players. Here comes McNair. He shoots. It's a waste. Horrible waste by McNair, who hasn't really had his sights properly set on his set plays. And he puts it over the bar. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds left of minimum stoppage time. If you want, you can get your predictions in for Forest Cov in the chat down there. They are going to be go, go, go at 4:30 over at the, it's not the Rico anymore, is it? The Coventry Building Society Stadium. Borough have won about 10 free kicks in stoppage time. They've won another one. Howson's just spotting it. And Dale Fry's gone forward. So they are going to stick this in the box. Referee Stroud. Just making sure Howson isn't stealing a couple of meters there. Looks like it's going to need to be a floaty one in towards the back post here. 94-7 up on the clock. In comes the free kick. Mitrovic wins the header on the back stick. Here comes Camera, who flies by Boller. Now Camera charging forward. against Jike Steele. Good strength by Camera, but not a good ball after. And Borough can get it clear. And there's one in the channel now. And here comes Crooks down the right wing. 30 seconds of stoppage time left. Crooks into the box against Ream. Crooks knocks it back. It falls to Tavernier. Drives a shot blocked by Adrabio. It's knocked on to Spence. There's about 20 seconds of stoppage time left. Spence. Howson. Oh, it's a dreadful ball. And that is going to be that. It's going to end 1-1 now. Crooks into the box there. If Tavernier could have just got more magnetic first touch then, he would have had a really nice opening. That said, the full-time whistle has been blown by referee Stroud, and it ends Fulham 1, Borough 1. Harry Wilson with an excellent bit of quality. Working Mark Boller for the first goal, drilling it in low with the left foot. Get your thoughts in at the end of this one. Borough did not have a shot on target until minute number 77. And you all know what happened with their first shot on target. They score and get the equaliser. And I suspect Neil Warnock will be very much happy with a 1-1 draw at Fulham. Marco Silva looks a little bit disappointed with that one. Let's have a look at the numbers. And it tells us that Fulham 67% possession to Borough's 33. 16 shots to 7, but only 3-1 on target. 4 corners to 2. No big chances registering in this game. And 416 on the passes for Fulham. They will beat that total many times this season, which tells us that it was a hard game to play in for Fulham, as is probably Neil Warnock's want. He's just going and having a chat with Naskins Cabano, who he had on loan last season. There is your embryonic early league table. We just got Coventry and Forest to play now at 4:30. So unless either Forest or Coventry can win by 4, we're expecting Hull to be top by the end of round 1. Hull, Luton, Stoke, Blackburn, Birmingham. Congratulations. Our only winners. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We must have had 6 draws as well so far. So plenty of points shared. Get your thoughts in the comments before we head away. See what you guys are saying. Brian says, interesting to see how much Chris Hughton has bought Forest on this close season. Thinks Forest can beat Coventry today. Gaza still savouring being back in the ground yesterday. Stephen's happy with that one with his Borough badge on. He'll take that. Good point for Borough, says Alistair. Borough deserved the point in the end. Yanis, thank you. Great show. He says, Warnock Masterclass. Top stream. Thank you, James. Cheers, Leeds 2021. Fulham 1958. I hope I never see that lineup again. Well, we'll see. You may not. There we go. Neil Warnock, the greatest manager the world has ever seen. What are you going to do? Hey, 1 game left. Coventry hosting Forest in just a hour or so's time, isn't it? Yeah, at 4:30. Teams will be straight out a bit. Warnock got lucky. Fulham through 2 points away. Didn't get the second when on top. Thank you, Paddy. We'll give Shaylee the best wishes as well. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please hit subscribe before you go, as I think it's been saying on the screen for about the last 20 minutes or something. Thank you for joining us. Our third watch along of the weekend. We've seen Bournemouth 2, West Brom 2. We've seen Sheffield United 0, Birmingham 1, and we've seen Fulham 1, Borough 1. We will talk about all of the round of games, the first round of games. We'll talk about them tomorrow at 1 p.m. Come and join me for our first review show of the season. We'll deal with each and every game, each and every goal. And I look forward to seeing some of you there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Fulham 1, Borough 1. Over and out. See you soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.